All right, this is Nick Bellafatto, and I'm here with one of the top female fighters on the planet, IBF champion Ava Knight and her trainer Ben Bautista at their brand new training facility, Champ Nation, located in West Oakland, California. Ava's in the final stages of training. She's set to face off with WBC flyweight champion Mariana Barbie Juarez in the biggest bout of her young career, which is set to take place in Mexico City on October 13th. Thanks for your time, Ava and Ben. First off, this is such a stellar matchup between yourself and Mariana, and that not only are you ranked #1 according to the WBAN, and of course Mariana ranked #3 and vice versa in other organizations, but beyond that, most are under the impression that this was a unification bout, which it turns out it's really not going to be. Can you guys talk a little bit about that and explain what it's about? It's for the WBC diamond belt, and maybe whether you're disappointed or not, or your feelings towards that.
My feelings are, I was hoping to have a unification, but, we'll see what happens. For what we know, it's the WBC diamond, but no matter what, we're going to get in there and we're going to win, no matter what title it is or how many it is. We just want to get in there and do our job.
Okay. Ava, you're 24 years old. You've got 13 professional fights compared to that of Juarez, who's 32 years of age and has amassed 43 fights in her career to date. With that said, you've alluded to the fact that youth will be a determining factor in your favor. Maybe that Juarez is nearing the end of her career. Assuming you've seen her in action, and you have in her last fight, what are some of the elements involved, or what are some of the things that have led you to conclude that Juarez might be slowing down?
She is older and she's been through a lot of tough fights, a lot of wars with different fighters. So it's going to take a toll on her. And me being young, faster and stronger is going to make a big difference in the fight. I just plan on going in and winning, and she's just. I think it's her time. She's been a champion for a long time, and she's done a great job in boxing, but I think her time is going to be over pretty soon.
And just to follow up, there may be something to be said about Juarez not able to perform at maybe the highest level anymore, as she looked to be outworked in her most recent bout against Shindo Go, the Japanese fighter, who looked like she really earned a clear-cut decision in a bout that went Mariana's way by split decision. All night long, Juarez didn't react well defensively. She got hit with the cleaner blows more often than she was able to land in return. You did watch that fight. Can you give me some of your impressions on that bout and how she looked?
I just thought she looked slow. I think her age is getting to her. The fights are getting to her. I thought Shindo Go did a great job. I thought she was a great fighter, and I thought she came out with the win at the end. But it was a surprise to see that she lost. But we're hoping that's not a factor in this fight. We're gonna make sure everything is on my side. We're training hard, and because I don't want a close decision or a decision. I just want to get the knockout. I don't want to leave it to the judges.
It seems that from a mental standpoint, you feel you have an edge over Juarez. But tell me, do you feel that you have a physical edge as well, or will you try to impose yourself on Juarez? Because again, in her last bout against the Japanese fighter, Shindo Go, really got physical with her, and she kept the pressure on pretty much all night long.
Juarez takes pressure pretty well. I've noticed that, but I am physically stronger and faster, and I think eventually it's going to take a toll. She hasn't been in the ring with anybody like me before.
And of course, you told me you don't watch tapes on your upcoming opponents, and apparently, you watch them live sometimes. But Ben puts your game plans together, so I'm going to shoot a couple questions from a technical standpoint. I notice Juarez likes to use head movement and fight from a distance in the mode of a slick type boxer. So do you plan to have Ava maybe take some of that space away and maybe get physical, take it to the body, try to slow some of that movement down?
We're going to take it as it comes. We prepare to box, we prepare to walk our ass down when we need to, meet in the middle and bullfight. We prepare for anything. But at the end of the day, she's not going to be able to handle what Ava's going to bring to the table or the ring.
Does anything include having Ava becoming a leader? Because Juarez, she does throw a jab, but she really doesn't work off of her jab. She'll throw it and sit back. So maybe have Ava learn to work off of her jab. And
Yeah, definitely. You know, we see, a lot of things that she's doing, and we know what they're going to come with too, so we're prepared, for anything that she's going to bring. At the end of the day, like I said, she ain't going to be able to withstand the firepower.
Right. Speaking of firepower, Ava's got probably one of the highlight reels with the devastating left hook against the senior. And I noticed a crucial mistake that Juarez makes every time she throws a left hook, she drops her right guard. Is that something you took note of, or?
Yeah, we saw that in the fight with Shingo. Shingo, like I said before, Mariana takes a lot of punches. Take a lot of punches, and we saw that, with Airley's fight and Shingo, and see that, she has a lot of wear and tear. But Ava's a different beast than Airley and Shingo. So, being that she's taking all these shots, what you think is going to happen when she faces Ava?
Ava, do you concur with that assessment?
I agree with it.
I was going to ask you what other advantages, but you feel like you have most of them. One of the other things Juarez likes to do is switch up to lefty. Have you had Ava either switch or spar lefties in training camp?
Well, she's familiar with southpaws. One of our main southpaw sparring partners was Bruno Escalante. And we had also some southpaws that we sparred at Kennel Club as well. But I don't see that being a problem at all. When we started this camp, we started with a southpaw in this gym. She can come with whatever. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter. She's still going to go down.
Of course, Mexico City is located 7,350 feet above sea level, which I believe prompted you to start training at there for the first time. And you said you were having a hard time training there at first, but how you've adjusted and you've pretty much conquered that. But you're not heading back to Big Bear. You're going back to Mexico City to train for a few more days. Is that right?
Yeah, because Mexico City is higher than Big Bear, but going to Big Bear was a great advantage. By the end of my session there, I was acclimated. Everything felt good. I was going 10 rounds hard. With Palacio de Deporte, who's the best bantamweight, around. So, I don't see a problem with going to Mexico City, and going there early is just going to make everything better.
And you probably, now that you're at sea level, you probably feel that you're not getting tired.
Yeah.
And you probably like the fact that you train in altitude. Is that something you'll be doing more of?
Yeah, I really liked it. I want to do it again, and it just see that you feel the advantage. You feel that your lungs open up, and being at sea level now, it's a big difference.
And also it's the isolation, just being away from everything, and just focus on just one thing. That's the fight. I mean, she's in the best shape ever, and like holding the pads for her, you just feel like she's stronger, and so definitely, that it paid a lot of dividends for her to go to Big Bear and train. Her mental is on a whole nother level. She's able to, just be more focused, and I seen that her coming back. I seen certain things made her uncomfortable because she's so focused on the fight. She can't be in the room with a lot of people. I had to actually just take her away from situations and put her back in isolation because that's what she's most comfortable with, because that's how serious she is about this fight.
And just to make a note, you guys were training at Shane Mosley's gym up in Big Bear. We all know that favorable decisions for visiting fighters in Mexico are tough to come by, and you've already talked about you want to take the decision out of the judges' hands. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
We just have so many disadvantages for this fight. We just want to make sure that there's no question about what happened. I don't want people going back saying that I didn't win when I did, or vice versa. But we're training hard. I'm working on my strength because I do want to get the knockout, because I feel like that's the only way that I'm going to get the respect and the decision I need.
And of course, again, many people are going to find out it's not a unification. They're disappointed, but you're not, because you're saying that if you beat her, you're going to get the diamond belt, but at the same time, you've beaten her, and you're going to be number one. Can you talk a little bit about
Yeah,
that?
you know, Mariana has been number one for a long time. She's been a great champion, so getting in the ring with her is great. But beating her would be even better. You know, that means I'm the top of the class, and there's nobody above me, and I don't think there's anybody that's going to be above me.
And, you know, the problem with the fans up here, we don't get to see you, or it's all recorded. And Ben was alluding to the fact that this is going to be on Televisa, one of the bigger networks, if not the biggest, in Mexico. And eventually that they're going to team up with somebody here in the United States and maybe start putting these bouts on television. Can you talk about that, or some of the prospects?
Well, that's the plan. You know, our Mexican promoter has been talking to American promoters, and he has relationships that he's establishing.
Can you name the promoter, Ava's promoter again?
HG Promotion.
HG Promotion.
And Promotion de Pueblo. So definitely, because they are a powerhouse now, you know, even American promoters, you know, deal with them because they have a lot of fighters and they fight pretty much every weekend. So now, you know, they have more to bring to the table to make Ava fight in America because now they have more resources.
Ava, you know, you went down for a little press conference in Mexico, and you and Mariana looked kind of pretty cordial in the pictures and the photos. I don't know if I guess you don't need to have animosity towards her to get your juices flowing for this fight.
No, you know, I have all the respect for her, you know, but getting into the ring is just business. Outside of the ring, I feel no hate, nothing towards her negative. You know, as a person, she seems great. So I don't take that outside the ring with me, but, you know, we did have our little commercial to do that we had to sort of go at it. And, you know, that I think that's the moment when I looked straight into her eyes and actually put some emotion into what I was saying. And I just didn't see the confidence in her eyes like I did.
So, in your opinion, this fight will be as sensational on paper in reality as it is on paper?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the best fight of the year.
And last couple questions. You said at one point you'd like nothing more to avenge your loss to Mariana Torres, but again, she's having a baby, and she's going to be out of action for a while, but maybe perhaps in the future you'll venture up to junior bantamweight to fight her?
Well, you know, if that's where it's at, that's what I have to do. That's where it was before. I'm hoping she can come back after her fight, after her baby, and still be able to hold that. And just, she is one of the greatest in Mexico. And you know, I lost to her, but it would be great for me to just get back in the ring and see where I am and prove a point.
Last question. You've always said you wanted to be the undisputed flyweight champion of the world, which has a nice ring to it. And whether you take care of business against Juarez, which you believe you will, you have your sights set on fellow flyweight champ, WBO flyweight title holder Melissa McMorrow.
Yeah, anybody in the flyweight division is who I'm looking at. Anybody top 10, because at the end of the day, I only want to fight the best. And she's the one with the titles, and that's who we go for.
Thanks, guys, and good luck down in
Thank you,
Mexico.
man. Good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Next.